right, you guys. So I wanted to come on and give you an update on Bubbles, my homemade sourdough starter. We started her a few days ago. She's now on day 6. And we started her the same day that we started our dehydrated sourdough starter from San Francisco. And if you've been watching some of my videos, you know I've already been baking with the one that we rehydrated. Her name is Frances, and she is doing amazing. And she is from Cultures for Health, and I have that linked in my other videos when we started her out. But this one is more about Bubbles today. So Bubbles, ever since about day 2 or 3, she had some activity, and then she hasn't really done anything since then. So of course, I think that's like the false start, what they called. That's just it trying to level itself out. I believe it's getting rid of the bad bacteria when that happens. So she's had a few bubbles here and there. And as you know, with Bubbles, it's been more of an experiment with her. I haven't really been measuring a lot. I kind of eyeballed it and then kind of been doubling it. And then I started in with feeding her half a cup of flour and half a cup of water the past couple days. So today, when she really didn't have a whole activity, she rose just a tiny bit. So today I wanted to do a reset with her, and I wanted to clean all her jar out because it was pretty messy. And so what I did was I wanted to double her feeding to see if she would do better since she had a small amount of activity yesterday. So I went ahead and discarded most of her, and I only kept 100 grams. And you guys saw that earlier. We did the 100 grams, and then we fed her the double the amount, right? So it is now 9 o'clock at night, and I want to show you Bubbles after cleaning her jar and resetting her today, okay? And we decided, hey, we're gonna do the 1-2-2 ratio. That's what we did, and let me show you. Look at her go. She has almost doubled. Bubbles is in competition. She sees Frances over there bubbling away, and she's like, you know what? Put me in, Mom. I want... That's how I feel like they're in competition. I was like, I see you over there, Bubbles. I see you. She's like, put me in, Mom. I'm ready. Not quite, baby. But she's doing so good. Look at her. I'm so proud of her. A little proud of myself too. You know, people say, oh, a starter's just flour and water. Really isn't. I feel like it's a relationship with your starter, getting to know it and saying, okay, it really is a science. You know, what does she need? What is she doing? But just, if you're starting one, don't be discouraged. I'm gonna get it right, and hopefully I can post something that's a little bit more foolproof. But this adventure has pretty much just been paying attention to her to see what she needs. She's always had that sweet smell, maybe just a few bubbles, but today she's doing something. There's definitely some good activity in there. So it's definitely that good yeast building up in there. So she won't be ready to bake with quite yet, okay? So she needs to rise like this a couple more times to build her strength before I decide, let's go ahead and try and bake with her, okay? So tomorrow I'm gonna go ahead and discard, and I'm going to feed her again. So today it was close to noon, I think, when we fed her. Let me see here. We cleaned her up. Yeah, it was close to noon. It was like 1 o'clock, I believe it was. So, and it's already 9, so it's taken her 9 hours to do this. Now, my other more mature starter, it only takes her about 4 hours to double, almost triple, okay? So Bubbles is doing amazing. She's only a week old, but look at her go. So tomorrow we'll go ahead and discard her, and we'll do some discard. We'll save that 75, or excuse me, that 100 grams. I might even do a little less because she's pretty full and I'm gonna get a lot of discard. So I might even keep less of her and then just feed her that 1 to 2 to 2, but I'm gonna keep a little bit. Maybe I'll do around 75 instead of the 100, and then I'll go ahead and feed her, okay? So it's just a matter of trying to get a feel for her and what she needs. So we'll see how much more she rises by tomorrow, and then we'll decide how much we'll discard and how much we'll keep. Definitely don't want too much discard because my discard is building up. Tomorrow I plan on making experimenting with some discard recipes. My kids really want sourdough pizza, so I may do some of that, and I heard you can freeze it. So that way when they want pizza, you can just defrost it and make some homemade sourdough pizza doughs, or discard sourdough pizza, right? There's some great desserts. There are tons of recipe for discard. So I'm pretty excited about those too. All right, so that is our update on Bubbles. She's doing great. I'm so proud of her. I'm proud of me for not giving up either. I knew she could do it. I knew we hadn't killed her. We just gotta be patient, you know? Kind of like the other one. I was like, wow, this one's the dehydrated one and it wasn't doing anything. And then all of a sudden, boom, day 4, it's like, whoa. She's like, really? What were you saying? So yeah, it just takes patience. Let it do its thing. Like my boss used to say, let the process work, Sonia. Let the process work. So great advice to go by. So let's let the process work. All right, you guys, have a good night. Bye.